welcome. I don't know what's going on with my camera, so I'm filming this on my iPhone. Today, we are going to turn these pants into these pants. First, I'm going to start with fabric from an old shirt that I got at the thrift store. These were the sleeves of the shirt. I'll walk you through the steps on what I did.
Step 1. Get your trusty pair of jeans. What you're going to want to do is cut your jeans at the most unflattering calf length possible, as you can see I have done. Ta-da! Here are the beautiful sleeves that you will be using for the hem of your pants. Aren't they cute? First, you will want to do a basting stitch about an inch from the top of the fabric. A basting stitch is the longest, widest possible stitch. It's fun because you can just pull the thread and it will get all scrunchy and cool. Now I'm just making sure that it's about the same width as the bottom of my pants. You can really eyeball this. The ruching, ruffling will make it easy to manipulate the fabric so it fits. And next up, insert the side seam following the seam of your pants. For the next step, I took this wonderful piece of fabric from the shirt already. I cut it longwise, so the length of the shirt, and I did 2 basting stitches along the middle and then created that ruffle effect. I did a fold over hem about 1/8 of an inch on both sides and the top just to give it a clean finish. You want your fabric to be a little bit longer than your pants, I would say by a good bit, maybe like 1/3. You're going to want to scrunch that up. You're going to take out the side seam of the jeans, which I will show you how to do in just 1 second. And as you can see, I am just taking my Bernina seam ripper. Any seam ripper will do. You can also use tiny scissors, but seam rippers are amazing, especially when ripping through jeans. It's a very satisfying process. It's very dangerous. I just poked myself, as you can see. Ow, is what I'm saying. Then you're just going to want to repeat that on the other side so that you have 2 identical gaping holes in the side of your pants. We are going to get that side panel of fabric and put it right in the side seam of the jeans. The lovely thing about doing this is that you can just follow the seam of the pants. You don't have to do any more measurements or anything. So I folded my ruffled fabric in half, put that folded edge to the end of the fabric of the jeans. Once I spent like 20 minutes pinning that and making sure it was amazing and beautiful, I realized that it didn't actually work out that great. What you're going to want to do is start pinning from the bottom to make sure your fabric doesn't bunch up in weird places. If I kept following along that longer side of the jeans, it would have like flattened the butt of the jeans, and nobody wants a flattened butt. So do this again and have a good time and be patient, because that's what sewing is all about a lot of times. Oh, you know, this is the creative process, my friends. You have to try and fail and try again and fail. Because let me tell you, honey, this might not even look good. We're gonna find out. Ow. I don't know, this might look terrible. We'll turn it inside out and then we'll do the other leg, just to kind of gauge how we're feeling on a creative level. Seam, not mad about it. It's pretty cute. This part, the creative process wronged me here. Excuse my iPhone 5. It's just not working for me right now. Fascinating. That is a mess. Why? Okay, so what we're gonna do is repin this one last time because
practice makes perfect.
Okay, now you repeat on the other side, because now that you know what you're doing, it won't take as long, hopefully. We're looking good, people. Now that you have pinned your beautiful pair of jeans. This is very important. Do not forget. Denim needle. I highly recommend you get one. I will pop a link down below. These things are godsend, especially if you have a plastic sewing machine like me. Denim is a sturdy fabric, so needles really help sew the fabric. A needle doesn't break, your sewing machine doesn't get stuck. I really still just say a prayer to God every time that I sew denim on my plastic home sewing machine. As I've said before, an amateur. We are learning together. All right, and these are the jeans needle.
The whole needle in itself is wider and can handle the sturdiness of the denim fabric.
I'm going to stick with white thread. For this, I just popped the denim needle in.
You're gonna wanna flip your jeans inside out once again. We're gonna start right at the top, closer to the hip. Really wiggle that guy in there. We are going to follow the first perforation of the seam from where you ripped it out, and it's the closest one to the right side of the fabric that will be exposed. We're just gonna do a straight stitch all the way down. Make sure that you're sewing over the stitch that is already pre-sewn in the fabric, like just a little bit before where you seam ripped out that side seam. Then do your back stitch, and then it will be nice and secure and it won't come apart. Voila! I'm gonna trim off some of these little strings. Now we're going to flip to the other side, do the same process.
Take out some of these little stitches here. Wiggle our way in. It's kind of a process because denim is thick fabric.
Oh no! As you can see, I made a mistake. I accidentally sewed the jeans over, so we're just gonna take that out and redo that guy. Don't beat yourself up, girl.
Oh wow, I just can't even see the thread. Okay.
This is what our jeans are looking like.
Super beautiful. I might actually iron this down to really accentuate the ruffliness. Wow. Okay, we still have the whole bottom that we have to do. Can't forget, we're gonna take our sleeve, pin it into the pant leg. I will show you how I do that. I'm gonna do a back stitch here and here to make sure that I'm not sewing the ruffle down. Super exciting and flouncy and flowy and amazing. Not as disastrous as I thought. Also pin to the other side, take a straight stitch and sew that baby down. Kind of nervous to try them on. What if they look terrible? It's cute, but it's still like a very unflattering length of my short little legs, like literally right in the middle of my calf. No shame for capri pants. Nana always loves a good capri. You know, a lot of respect for Nana. She taught me how to sew. I'm taking some extra white fabric that I had on hand. I am cutting it about 5 inches wide. I'm cutting it lengthwise, 5 folds of the jeans. So like 2 folds would be the whole entire width of the hem of the pants, but the 5 gives it that extra ruffle. Yay! Going to cut it in half. I'm gonna put that under the sheer ruffling at the hem. I'm just gonna undo the pins, repin it with this new fabric. Before I do that, I'm going to give this a clean finish. This thing is so fun and cool, and it's like my new favorite way to bond fabric. You iron it down and it fuses the fabric together. Once you have your finished seam of that inside ruffle insert, do the same technique that you did for the main ruffle. Do a basting stitch along about 1 inch from the bottom, pull that little thread to get it nice and crinkly, and measure it to the width of your jean legs. We're just going to unpin and repin where I've pinned the ruffle at the bottom of the pant leg. I'm liking this a lot better. It is much flattering length. I'm going to pin the other side now, and we're gonna get sewing. Love the side, yay! Just going to sew both of the ruffles to the jeans together to minimize the amount of thread that will be exposed on the outside of the pants. At this point, I have realized that I pinned it the wrong way. The taking out the pins is really interesting, so it took me a little bit of time to get the hang of it, but I eventually got it. But it wasn't a super clean finish on the inside. Luckily, it's the inside of the fabric. No one's gonna see it. It looks good on the outside, and that's all that matters, right? If you look pretty on the outside, you don't have to be pretty on the inside. Now I'm pressing the ruffles so that they're not crazy. Wow, they probably still will be. I don't know, I just felt better about myself if I pressed them a little bit. And now you have the coolest pants in the whole wide world. This is what they turned out, and I couldn't have been happier. They're the cutest pair of pants I've ever made in my whole life. One of my favorite things that I've made yet. Again, I don't know why I haven't done a side seam for all of my jeans because it's so easy and like freaking adorable. Now I'm just dressing up because who doesn't love to dress up? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe we'll try this on some of your own pants because
Heck, it's fun.
Wow, thank you guys for watching on this journey of the coolest pants in the whole wide world. I might sell these on Pink Lemon, so if you're interested, let me know. A lot of love and care went into these guys. Super excited to wear them out in public. Catch you next time on Siobhan Brit's YouTube. Maybe I should just call myself the Siobhan Salon. I don't know. Kind of rolls off the tongue a little better.